Hello everybody, my name is Bruce and welcome to yet another Gwent video. Today we'll be taking a look at a top 5 neutral gold cards that you should craft in order to be able to play pretty much any deck in the current meta. So we will go over the most played cards, but also the one that have the most utility in the current meta situation. Ciri, unfortunately, after the nerf from 7 to 5 strength, isn't on this list anymore, but I will assure you that the cards that will be here are really powerful ones, and I think if you craft them you can put them in pretty much any deck. So let's jump right into it. At number 5 we have our favorite unpronounceable dragon Volant, and he is by himself nerfed now from 6 strength. He went down to 4, but he is still a really viable choice in many decks, and especially if you focus on having a strong early game and then as you're going to the late game, like winning round 1, passing round 2, and round 3 just dropping a Villain Merit on the board and following him up with some gold cards in order to make your board immune and kill the strongest 2 units on your opponent's side. The game plan is pretty solid if you combine the game plan with a good deck and a good meta where you can actually pull this off. He is an absolutely bonkers card. At number 4 we have Renew. So the reason why Renew isn't higher up on the list is because it's a dead card in round 1, and if nobody plays a gold card, it's a dead card in round 2 also. So therefore there are many situations where Renew isn't really that great. If you're saving a gold card because you don't have Renew in your hand, you won't play it in round 2 either, but you'll save it for round 3, and then you draw Renew and you don't pick up the value. That's why Renew isn't higher up on the list, because it's basically pick a gold card between some of your opponents and the ones you do have yourself. So a very good card if the situation is right. If not, it's usually just a solid gold card. At number 3 of the best neutral gold cards to craft, we have Avalach, an absolutely great card for any combo decks in which you need to draw all of the important pieces in order for you to win the game. Like for example a Cambi deck in which he is extremely important in order for you to draw all your gold cards. Or for example a Mill deck in which you use Renew in conjunction with Avalach and make your opponent not draw any more cards while you still get value. Stuff like that is quite powerful. Avalach was before a monster spy, and after the patch he became a neutral card draw engine, and he is absolutely amazing if used in the right circumstances. At number 2 we have Reggies, Higher Vampire, a very good tech choice for a meta filled with Scoia'tael spell decks. It's also really good because there is a lot of Skellige, so you can eat one of theirs Clan Drummond's Shield Maidens and in that way deny 5, 6 or potentially even 7 strength. Then you can eat a Spotter if you're playing against a Reveal. If you're playing against this card you can eat their Pirate, and there is always some kind of value for the Reggies Higher Vampire. Overall a good counter card and decent in stats. And at number 1, finally, I think you guessed it by now, we have Geralt Igni, a card that is absolutely amazing for the simple fact that many people in some circumstances don't play around it, or they just say, oh, I bet he isn't running Igni, and use that as an excuse to not play around it. Cards and decks like Northern Realms, for example, now they tend to have many 7 strength units in a row, and they usually all die to the same Igni. Decks like Monsters and Scoia'tael, these factions have an easier time running Igni because they can actually control and reposition the units on your opponent's side. Igni is an excellent power swing. He can turn any game that you think you won or lost into the counterpart of that. He is absolutely amazing, as I said, for the simple fact that people forget to play around it, and it's a card that you constantly have to be prepared to face and not just be passive about it. So Geralt Igni takes the absolute first place in this top 5. Thank you very much for watching, guys. These were the top 5 neutral gold cards that you should craft in Gwent. If you have any questions or any suggestions of what cards we should have put in the list, leave a comment down below and we'll check it out definitely. If you have any questions, also feel free to ask them. My name is Boris as always, and until the next time, bye bye.